And we are live. Welcome everybody for this live stream on GameFi. So in this live stream, we are going to explain what is GameFi, how you can create a GameFi game, and at the end we'll show you the new GameFi course that we just released on Eattheblocks, and after there will be a Q&A where you can ask any question about GameFi. I'm super excited because it's been a very long time since I did a live stream, and I really miss it. So let me see who we have in the chat. Say hi, say where you coming from. So we have Shoaib, Salvatore, Joe Chedid, Trend, Virtual Graphics. Good to see you guys. Where are you from? The presentation will be made by Kelvin Tai, who is a very talented developer specialized in GameFi. He runs a development shop specialized in blockchain and GameFi. He manages a team of 10 developers, and so he's the one who will do the presentation. Let me see who we have in the chat. Satya, hi. Afiz, hi. Eken, hi from the Philippines. Where else, guys? Switzerland, all over the planet. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. We have Dinban Nguyen. Hey, Wifi from Somalia. Marcelo, Sao Paulo. Black Apollo, South Africa. Camille, Poland. Satya, India. Jay Nelson, good morning, friends. Sherozo from Eattheblocks course, awesome. Seattle, Theo Filson from Singapore. All right, Paul, Geobot Discord, Poland. Wow, so many people. I love it. From New Zealand, Dubai, Toronto. All access member, Netherlands, Afghanistan. Oh my God, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so we are gonna from Taiwan. We're gonna get started. So let me connect to Kelvin. So now you should see Kelvin on the screen. Kelvin, can you say something?
Hello guys.
Hello
nice
guys.
To see you all,
Nice
guys.
to see you all, guys.
Can you guys hear Kelvin? Is everything okay? I think so. I think so. So Kelvin, I think we can get started. So yeah, I'll let you talk now.
Yeah, okay. Hello everyone. I've been so excited about this live stream. A little bit about me. I am Kelvin. I was a developer in 2009, and I and my team has been concentrated on the blockchain platform. And it is so lucky that we have so many gaming projects. In the high tide, we managed like 7, 10 GameFi projects at the same time. And it is exactly the so that when we do the blockchain games, we have developer and delivered 15 plus gaming for now. And you can see the game have really tremendous valuation, like Axie Infinity. They have $4 billion of evaluation, like Theta and Arena almost reached 1 billion, and lots of game. So I'm so excited, and I'm going to share with you today how we can create a GameFi, and what is GameFi, and what do we need to be aware of when you build a GameFi in production. So about GameFi, typically the gaming part is just traditional gaming, where you usually have a character and then you do compete with other players, and then you earn the token and assets, and that is called P2P play. And there are other parts of the GameFi where you just click and then you earn the token. Or there's another part is that you just sit and you watch the monitor and the pocket. So that is some variation of GameFi. So now I'm going to show you. I'm going to tell you how we can create a GameFi. So first of all, we need a blockchain game design, which is we need to finalize all the functions and all the modules of a GameFi. So there may be a deposit deposit and withdrawal gateway. There may be NFTs for character. There may be items, events, and weapons. There may be a lending and borrowing platform, NFT marketplace, auction, and a lot of functions in a GameFi. So we need to know exactly what we need to do with our product. So that need to be stated out first. And then we pick a game. Actually, the gaming part is just some traditional gaming. It can be a pre-built game, or you can just come up with the whole new game. I can see that they usually use Unity for 3D gaming, or use HTML5 for simple web games, or any platform that you're familiar with to build your game. And then the next part we need to build is setting up our gaming database. So we pick a database management system like MySQL or MariaDB or AWS Snowflake or any kind of database that we're familiar with. Depends on the amount of user that you think you may reach in your GameFi. So the important part in the database is that you need to keep track of the credential of the player. So which wallet is associated to which player, and how many character they have in their account, how many items, how many weapons they have, and the history that they played the game. So every sort of information we can grab from the player, we need to put that to a database. And the database is totally off-chain, so it is just normal database. And after we come up with the database, we need to build an API so that we can interact with the gaming database. And the API need to be really, really well designed because this is related to token, and the token have the real value on the on-chain, so that the hackers, they really, really love to hack into newcomers. And then we need to secure the gaming database with a mechanism like locking mechanism in the store procedures, and for the records locking and etc. So that is the off-chain part. Well, what I just talked about, it is just the off-chain part just like a traditional gaming. So the interesting part is the on-chain part. So we will create smart contracts. So there will be, normally I see that they use ERC20 token for token smart contract, which will represent the currency of the game. And we will use ERC721 for NFTs, which is the character of the game. And then we will use ERC1155 for items and weapons. And that is the normal way that I do the GameFi. So the smart contract needs to be really, really well audited. Some of the GameFi, because they add so many liquidity, so that they have 2, even 3 separate auditors to audit their smart contracts. And after we build the smart contract and the gaming database and API, so everything needs to be connected and integrated together using a deposit and withdrawal gateway. So all the on-chain assets and tokens need to go through the deposit and withdrawal gateway to go into the game. Sorry. Yep. And that part we need to build. If you go to the blockchain design, if they have so many modules, so the gateway will have so many components. We may have a deposit the token and withdraw the token, just like an ATM machine. We may have a NFT marketplace, and in the NFT marketplace, we may separate that into different functions, such as you buy directly from the house, which is the game owner, or we can do P2P trading, and we can do auction as well. And when we say about the NFT marketplace, when you have designed your NFTs, the metadata need to be off-chain, and the way that the the interesting thing about the NFTs is that we can manipulate the metadata of the NFT so that the game can read that metadata and use the NFT metadata as an entry point to load all the characteristic of the character. And that may sound a little bit complicated, but that is the way that all the GameFi is doing. So later that, after we do all the interaction, we do all the smart contract, we do the database, the API, we need to deploy that to a public testnet. And usually when it comes to public testnet, we may organize some hackathon so that all the hackers and programmers and developers can come in and debugging with us. So we pay prices for the hackathon, and usually we paid like 100,000 K, and all the team will be come in and hack our game. And after it is everything is already tested, we will deploy to mainnet, and that is where everything go live, and everyone can go in and then play the game, and then we can do some basic tournament to and do marketing campaigns, and then yeah, everyone can join and play the game. So the most important part that we need to be aware of when we deploy a blockchain game in production is security. So audit the smart contract is just one part that the auditor may do for us, but we need to do securities check for the database and for the API as well. So we have paid so many uh, lessons for these hackers, because the one that we will hack is not just the smart contract itself, but they will try to hack into the API. Also, they will try to hack into the database. So this is like a basic diagram that I just draw. So it is not the on-chain smart contract, but if the gateway got compromised, and they can automatically deduct or add the in-game point or token, and then they can use the gateway to withdraw everything. And so yeah, in the high time when it is trending, we have seen a lot of GameFi with great success. And in the bull market, we do see like the market is refreshed, and some of the game is just pending, or they just cancel the game development. But it is still a good trend, and it is a very big opportunity for all the developer out there to master the the gaming part of development, a GameFi project. So that is a little bit walkthrough about GameFi. Hey Julian, do I need to go through the course for now? Because we are building a course on GameFi at Eattheblocks, and I'm so excited to share that with you guys.
Yeah, please share the course. Yeah, and please share your screen so that.
Hello. Okay. Okay. So basically, we will grab a game. We will grab the Flappy Bird game like this. You know, Flappy Bird. It is a very funny game when you can, and we turn that into a GameFi. So you can connect the wallet. We will show you how to connect a wallet with basic MetaMask. It is like a industrial standard, or we can use Wallet Connect. So if you use a wallet on your mobile phone, you can use and scan this QR code, and it's automatically connected. And then, so for now, I will go simple with MetaMask, and we will show you how to create this little bar where you need to get all the information about the address. So I'm using this address, how to get the balance, how to get the token balance, how to grab the in-game asset, which is we call the ticket right here. And then we play the game, and you can see if you got 0 point, and we deduct the ticket. Also, I will show you how to create a deposit and withdrawal gateway. You can convert the ticket. So you can see I'm having like 900 ticket here, but if I want to withdraw, I can also do that. and I can withdraw the ticket, or I can deposit my token, or I can withdraw the token. Okay, I click convert, and we wait for the network to confirm. Binance. I don't think that we need to switch to testnet. What do we have here? Sometimes the Binance testnet network is a bit laggy. So we will interact with a smart contract, and then we will confirm, and then we wait and to call the transfer function. Yeah, the network is confirmed right now. So we can deposit directly the token from the on-chain to the game. And if I confirm, you will see that my ticket will be added. Just wait, and you can actually check the transaction right here. It is on Binance Smart Chain Testnet, and you can see the contract interaction right here. So it is a basic gaming project where we have the token, and we have the Vault smart contract that acts at ATM machine so that we can move asset from on-chain and off-chain and integrate that into a great game called the Flappy Bird game. And you can always do, when you finish the course, you can always do like any transformation. You can pick any game that you are familiar with, and with the logic that we explain in the course, then you will be able to transfer any kind of game into a GameFi app. For the SDK, I don't think that they use the SDK to build pre-built SDK to build a GameFi project. What we usually see is that they build the game, and then they do smart contracts, and then they do the interaction between the on-chain and off-chain parts. So yeah, I don't, and even though I don't think there is any SDK out there that can help us build our own GameFi. So you're asking about this particular game or game in general? Because if it is game in general, I mostly they use Unity for 2D and 3D games, and Unity do support many SDKs that can help you to interact with the blockchain and interact with the APIs as well. So it is no problem if the platform they do have the functionality to let you interact with a REST API, and we use the REST API to interact with our gaming database. And they do have the platform to interact with the blockchain, and that should be good to go with a GameFi application. I'm sorry. Yeah, sure. They do. I think on Eattheblocks they do have a video to show you how to use Unity to connect with the blockchain, and you should check that video out. Wow, that is a really good question, because from my point of view, the needs of playing games and then put your money to buy in-game assets is not new. Because for traditional gaming, we see people spend like money in the game. But when the blockchain technology come in, it's like solve everything. Because for traditional gaming, you put your money in there and you own the asset, but it is not actually in your wallet. So when the blockchain come in, the token is actually in your wallet and your assets is actually in your wallet. So the kinds of game that will be successful in GameFi, from my perspective, is P2P game, because when we compete with each other, the game will be more interesting. And in the bear market, you can see that like the market is refreshing and so many game is just pending, and the developer is just cancel the game because we are so hype about the earning part of the game. Everybody is just jumping into the game and they don't care about the game. They jump into to earn money, and I think that time has passed. So we do have really strong developer teams to develop an interesting game, and they do marketing and they do tournament. They do really good stuff, and those games will be the game that will survive the bear market and will come to great success in the future. Sorry, I didn't hear the question, Julian. Can you? The relationship, actually, that is two different parts. As I just told you before, we use ER721 to indicate the character. So every token ID is different. And we use ERC 1155 for either in-game item, in-game assets, usually weapons or stamina or just everything like items and weapons. And that is the maybe the best practice that I see that all game girls. So there is no relation between the two smart contracts. They are actually two separated smart contract, and in some cases, when the number of character or the number of items is so big, and we need to keep track or we need to manage the items and weapon, we need to build another smart contract called the factory smart contract, which actually interact with the two smart contract and manage and create the weapons and characters. So it depends. It depends on what you need in your GameFi. Arbitrum is good because it is really quick and the transfer fee is quite cheap. But I think that for NFTs, the most popular one is Polygon, and then Binance Smart Chain. Or for Ethereum, maybe they so it sometimes it can be very expensive. So I can see that most of the game we're building is on Binance Smart Chain and Polygon. Mhm. Um, Actually, the game is just a separate part because to be honest, I'm not an expert in developing games. I do blockchain integration, so but I work with the gaming studios. So the way that they do it is that sometimes they are not familiar with interacting with the blockchain themselves. So we build another API that actually interacting with the blockchain and fit the data to them. And if there is an SDK for Unity to actually interact directly with the blockchain, then that is a really good thing to learn if you step into GameFi. Yeah, I will show you how to deploy the game on Binance Smart Chain. But if you can, the way that the project is set up, if you can deploy that to any chain that is EVM compatible.
Okay. Then Mohamed Zishan, when we will see the games like Ready Player One in Metaverse?
Wow, that is a really interesting question, and to be honest, time will answer that because I joined some really interesting project about the metaverse. So they have an idea of integrating everything together in a really big environment. For example, I built a racing game, and then they build a fighting games, and then that project they just combine every game into a big studio. And for example, if you come into the metaverse and if you want to play racing, you comes to this part. If you want to buy something, you come to the store and you buy it. If you want to play this game, you come to this part. So that is going to be an integration of every game file, and that is a really interesting stuff. And we should wait, and time will answer if we can come to that stage.
Okay, thank you. So Tazra is asking, are you doing a fully decentralized game?
um, a fully actually the nature of blockchain is decentralized. Yeah, of course, some chains are centralized, but we're just skipping that. Um, they are really separate, the off-chain part and the on-chain part. That is why I talk about the deposit and withdrawal gateway to store. For example, you can see the balance, your balance, for example, 100, but it is still off-chain. When you do a withdrawal action, then you actually withdraw your balance to your wallet. And I don't see that from my experience, I cannot see any game that they do 100% on chain because the uh, the action in game is really fast. For example, you play and you win, your balance will come up and down all the time. And if we do it on chain for the whole part, then it's going to be a pain. So they just do this that way.
Okay, thank you. So I just posted in the chat the link to our new GameFi game. So it's available for 1 week only. after it won't be possible to buy it anymore. And so in this game, Kelvin, that is answering the Q&A now, is going to show you how to create a GameFi game with a step-by-step coding tutorial. So you will see all aspects, the smart contract, the API, and the front end, and you will build a game like Flappy Bird that will be really nice on your portfolio. So Invest on Tech said, is it possible to mint inflationary token without paying gas fees? Yeah. No. No, if you deploy a token, someone has to pay the gas fee. So if it's not you, it's someone else. But you always pay gas fee. Gregory Stevens, can you introduce yourself? Yeah, so Kelvin, I already introduced Kelvin at the beginning of this stream. So basically, Kelvin is a senior blockchain developer who is specialized in GameFi. And he is the author of our new GameFi course on Eattheblocks. I just posted the link in the chat. Vlad, what is the best way to launch first NFT token or all at once? I'm not sure to understand the question. Then Vladislava, any discount today? Yeah, so it's $97 for the first week. Mark, any discount for Pro All Access member? Okay, so if you're a member of if you're a member of Eattheblocks, then you have access to this course, so there is no need to buy it separately. So Joey Bolohan, you had mentioned earlier that it's best to store the character information inside the metadata. Why not store the data directly in the database? What are the pros and cons of using the metadata? So I will let Kelvin answer this.
Yeah, actually, we think about that before, and it was a pain because when you play a GameFi and you win a lot of character, and if you store that on a database, and you want to sell that character, so for example, we want to go to OpenSea and sell your NFT character, but the metadata is not a OpenSea standard, so no one can know that is my NFT. For example, my NFT is really powerful in this game. So you know what I mean? We can do this our way, but for the sake of the user and for the player, we always follow the structure of the metadata. We follow the OpenSea standards, and which is the industrial standards for now. So we do have a separate database that store all the status of the character, but we do also have a JSON file which is OpenSea standard to reflect all the status of that character in the database, and that is two separate assets of the NFT. So if you want to go to OpenSea, you want to go to Babylon or any NFT marketplace, and you list your character, and they can see all the status in there. So we cannot achieve that if we just store all the status in the database or in our own format.
Okay, thank you. So another question from Mission Deliver Kindness. What Unity SDKs are currently used for blockchain integration?
There is a lot of part we do for the integration. For the wallet connection, I think you are asking about the connecting the wallet aspect. So we do integration with the two most popular SDK, which is the MetaMask and Wallet Connect, and they do have some new and interesting SDK to do that, like the Rainbow Kit. But we just like to go for Wallet Connect because it is support like 300 kinds of wallet and even mobile wallets.
Okay, thank you, Kelvin. So I don't think there is any more questions. So I'm going to share with you guys one last time our course on GameFi. So I just put the link in the chat. So in this course, Kelvin who is an expert in GameFi. It's going to show you how you can create your first GameFi game. So this is going to cover the spot contract, the API, and the front end. And so you'll have a really nice project to show in your portfolio. Let me see if I can share my screen here. So first, let me show my face. Share my screen. Share my screen. 1 second. Display capture. No, it's not this one. The joy of OBS. If you never used OBS before, don't worry, you're not missing anything. So let me see. Video capture. Okay, I think here we go. Here we go. So yeah, here you guys should see the course on GameFi. So yeah, GameFi 101, create your first blockchain game. And here you have a screenshot of what we're going to build together. And you can also see a live deployment of the game that we're going to build together. Yeah, so this is pretty cool. I'm super excited about this new course, and Kelvin is going to be your instructor. All right, so that's it for today. So thanks everybody for coming. And if you have any question, you can reach out to me by email, julian@eattheblocks.com. So thanks everybody for coming. Thanks Kelvin, and have a good day.
Yeah, thank you, Julian.
Yeah. Bye.